Hi, everybody. I'm Mary
And I'm Haley, and this is Coffee.
with QuickTag.
Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. We are so excited to bring you another customer success story, this time for Simply AP for Business Central. So today we're going to talk about OSIS, and OSIS is a nonprofit organization that provides technology assistance to community health centers around the country. They serve more than 130 community health centers. They have locations in 30 plus states and overall are just doing some really, really awesome work. And they had a super unique beginning to their automation journey. Mary, maybe you want to share that with the group?
Absolutely, Haley. Thanks for the background on OSIS. They're a great company to work with. They actually came to us several years ago when they were using Dynamics GP, and they had, a set of challenges related to their invoice workflow process where they lacked visibility and they had manual data entry that took too long. And so they really needed a very seamless invoice workflow AP automation solution to work with GP. So they actually started using Quick Payables with GP, gosh, several years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago now. Fast forward to the end of 2020, they made the decision to move to Business Central. And of course, they were looking for the same type of solution, end to end invoice automation, receiving an invoice, getting it approved, having transactions automatically created inside of GP. However, now they needed that same process for Business Central. Haley, maybe you can share with us some of the main goals that they were trying to achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, they really wanted some seamless invoice approval processes that were really easy to manage for their AP team. They didn't want any sort of manual intervention. They also, OCR was really, really important to them. They wanted an intelligent OCR solution that didn't require any extensive setup or templates or anything like that. Um, and they wanted a simple, lightweight connection to Business Central. And on top of all of that, OSIS is constantly growing as a company, so they wanted a scalable solution that would support their business now and in the future. So, with all of this in mind, they set out to find a solution that worked for them. And Mary's going to talk a little bit about the solution.
Yeah, thanks, Haley. Their goals are very similar to what we hear from a lot of organizations. And in their particular case, they actually started down the path of getting an AP automation solution for Business Central, you know, right after they made the decision to move to Business Central. And, part of their driver was really they are a technology company that serves the healthcare market, and they wanted to be, cutting edge and show an example of technology leadership for the community that they serve as well. And so, with that in mind, they went out to find a solution for Business Central. And unfortunately, given the timing when they made the move to Business Central, our solution wasn't ready yet. It was still in development. So they went out to find a solution in the market, and they began with a project that they started to implement and got about 4 months into the project, and it just didn't work. It didn't meet their needs. And so they were never able to fully implement that solution. So then they went on the search again and found an alternate solution that they believed would work for them, spent 5 or 6 months trying to implement that solution, and it also failed to meet their expectations. So they were back to the drawing board now for the third time. So they start again with a solution that they believe is going to work. And it actually does seem like it's going to meet their needs. But unfortunately, that product was discontinued by the vendor. So here we are, nearing now the middle of 22 and middle to end of third quarter ish, let's just say in 2022. And they came back to us and said, "Is your solution ready yet?" And fortunately, as timing would have it, Simply AP was just coming out into the market, and they were one of our first customers on Simply AP, and they just found the journey to be amazing. They were up and running within just a few weeks, and actually the implementation time only took a few hours. So they had this amazing transformation, and they found a solution that really worked for them and met their needs and integrated very, very seamlessly with Business Central.
And what's really, really cool about that is throughout our conversations with them, they described the moment of go live where they were all kind of nervous. They'd been through several failed implementations and they sat there and realized they said everything just worked, which is just an amazing thing for them and for us to hear as a company for that to be their success story.
Yeah, absolutely, Haley. It was really transformational, and to hear that, invoices just showed up in Business Central exactly the way they were supposed to, and they didn't have to change any of the data. The OCR was accurate, and got all of the fields that they were expecting, and the invoice was just approved automatically. So it was a really powerful experience. So if this success story has inspired you and you're a Business Central user and you're looking to automate your AP process, we encourage you to visit kwikTag.com/simplyap.
Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll see you next time.